A lot can be said about a game that is single player and captivates the player until the very end of the game. Some of my all-time favorite games are single player games because I get just as much enjoyment out of playing by myself versus playing with people. With that being said, when a game goes the extra mile and says, hey fucker, I'll give you the same solo experience with a few extra players, that's when a game goes from a 9 to a 10. Most people can't distinguish the difference between multiplayer and co-op. In simple terms, in co-op games, both players want to achieve the same goal. Except for that's wrong. You don't always have to work together. Take Super Mario for an example. You can play this game with 2 players. You can play with 3 players. But you can't play with 4 players because then the game becomes unplayable.
Oh, get in the door, dude!
I think we missed a few.
Now, is this a bad thing? Not exactly. Most people enjoy watching their friends rip their own eyes out in frustration. This is one of the big reasons I love the Ubi Arts Rayman games. See, Rayman went, yeah, this is cool, but BAM! You could just beat the shit out of your friends. And let me tell you, over 75% of the game will be punching your friends. I mean, look at the absolute size of that fucking hitbox. Some co-op games take the opposite approach, relying on teamwork to even make progress. For example, Hazelight Studios. These motherfuckers took co-op gaming and flipped it on its head. It's got compelling stories throughout the whole game, online or local split screen throughout the game unless there's a tense ass moment. Like this scene where one player has to leap from a cliff and put all of his trust in his teammate to not let him fall to his death, and there are so many different ways to play. Oh my fucking god. On top of that, this game has choices that branch out your story. One guy could be driving the truck while the other is shooting on the police, and then wait, is that Connect 4? When I first played this game, it was with my friend Cole, and when I say we sat in front of this Connect 4 board for over an hour, I'm telling the truth. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Let this guy win? Hazelight Studios also came out recently with a game called It Takes Two. I didn't actually play this one. Sarah played it. She plays games like Disney Dreamlight Valley, so I'm sure it was pretty good. See, now Portal 2 is in my top 10 games of all time. When you told 8-year-old Robbie there was a new Portal game coming out and it had co-op, I looked like the Grinch. I would do anything but solve the puzzles. I would genuinely strive to kill my teammate at any chance I got. When you play a co-op game like Portal, you better really trust the person you're playing with. But if you're playing a game like Battle Block Theater, you better have a blood oath signed contract. This game might be the most infuriating co-op game to play with a teammate. If he screws up just one jump, one little tiny thing, you'll go all the way back to the start. No checkpoints, no nothing. But that's the charm of these games. At any point, you could lose all your progress because Luigi wants to throw you down a pit. Or in Portal, maybe you just get shot by a laser that your teammate shoots at you. The reason I really felt inspired to make this video is because I've been playing this new game called Bread and Fred. You play as 2 penguins trying to climb to the top of this mountain. And when I tell you, it takes extreme teamwork, I'm not joking. For most of this game, you and your teammate will be counting down. 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. Because the jumps are so precise, if you don't click it at the exact right moment, you fall. And if you fall just 1 inch, you gotta redo most of the game all over again. I think that can be said about almost any of these games. Whenever your friends make you mess up, you just gotta do it all over again. Don't worry, at the end of the day, you both have the same goal. And eventually, they'll come around and play the actual game. Or, maybe they won't. Alright, you wanna see what Nabbit does?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you.
How? What? He doesn't get hurt?
Yeah, so this whole time I've been invincible.
What? He's invincible? How is he invincible?
That's it.